In this section, we will be covering the sparklines. So in sparklines, there are three kinds of a sparkline. One is called as line, second is the column, and then we have got the win and loss. Okay, so let's start with the first one, that is the line. Sparklines is Sparklines lines is basically very similar to the in straight lines or the 2D lines that we draw in case of normal charts. Okay, what is the advantage of using the lines in case of a sparklines? That it takes place inside a particular cell. Okay, and display the information related to the data which we want to show on the sparkline saver, and it is not impacted by the other data of the same in different rows. Okay, that is the one of the very important part of the sparkline lines. Okay, this is the data related to a couple of baseball team of US, that is New York, roster, Utica, Paso, Buffalo, okay, Ausins and Ithaca. Okay. So what we are basically trying to insert the sparkline. Okay, so sparklines, we will go to the lines. Okay, then it asks for the range or the data range. This data range is can be majority of the time we select the data range as a row. Okay, and then we have the place where we want to show the location range and click OK. Now we have the sparklines drawn here. Okay, so let's increase the size a little bit so that it will be visible, more visible. Okay, then we can change the color of the theme. Okay, and at the same time we can go for the marker to so that whether it is a high point, okay, among this data. Okay, and then we can go for the markers. Okay, high point and low point, okay, that we can reflect. So basically what is happening is that the highest point here is 1235, that is reflected here. Okay. And then we can edit the axis on a general axis type, so axis or plot on the different vertical. Okay, so this is how the sparklines is drawn, and if we drag down, okay, it will take the data from different rows here. Okay, we can see edit the data source and the location. Okay, if we edit that, we will see that we have got the data range of different this particular area. Okay, so let's there's two ways, is to whether if we want to drag it or we can go to insert lines, data range. Okay, so we have got, so whatever the formats we have given, so we have given here the as the high one. Okay, so we can also mark for the lowest point, as say for example we want to display it as low. Okay, so we can see that on Wednesday this data was of this Utica was less. Okay, this is how we prepare the sparklines in case of your for the lines. Okay, then we want to go for the negative points. If we do not have the negative point, first point, last point, we can take it up and then we can get the data. Second type of sparklines is what we call as the column. Okay, in case of column, it is more or less similar to the column chart that we make in the your normal chart processes. Okay, so we get this chart of the entire data. Okay, as since we do not require for the entire data, let's make it for this data only, and then we insert the chart. Okay, so we have got this chart here. Now it's taking more space to go for the chart. So what we can do is to go here, insert sparklines, and go for the column, the data range. This is the data range. Okay, and we have got the column here as G23, and when we hit OK, we have got the column here. Okay, and if you see that the column structure is more or less similar to what we are getting here. Okay, so we have got the data as 768 points. Okay, so then we can go for marker color. Okay, we do not have any negative points, so we can go for the highest point. Now highest point will be for purple color, and then lowest point can be, say for example, we want to put it as brown color. Okay, so that is how the sparklines can be drawn. Okay, so because what is happening here, why we are requiring the sparkline is that we do not need the chart. We cannot. It's not possible to prepare charts all time for each and every row. Okay, so sparkline in just a row, it is easy and visible for us to get the details from there. Okay. Similarly, we can draw the for different other details. Okay, the third form of sparkline is basically your win loss. Okay, win loss actually is either say for example all the teams has fought together and they have played 16 matches. Okay, and out of that 16 matches, some of the matches they have won and some of the matches they have lost. Okay, now I want to see how the movement of the win and loss is taking place. Okay, so I will select the win and loss, select the data range. Okay, so we have the data range from here to here. Okay, and then click OK. So this is basically the graph that will represent that how many matches they have won and how many matches they have lost. Okay, if you increase the size, it will be much clearer to see. Okay, and then we can just drag to the towards the end. Okay, and then we can get all the on the basis of that. So we can, if we put it in a column, okay, and make all the borders all borders. Okay, so it will be easy for us to identify which visually which team is doing better. The more the red, the more the green. Okay, for example, this team has just lost 2 matches. Indianapolis Colts has lost 2 matches only and has won most of the matches. Okay, while if you see this team has lost most, Detroit Lions has lost most of the matches and just won 2 matches. Okay. So this is the what we call as the win loss in case, and it is a very good data visualization tool when we want to display the details in just one cell.